I was about 7 years old when the idea of getting a girlfriend was put into my mind. At that point in my life, I was only in elementary school and had no idea what a real relationship looked like. But despite that, throughout my time in school, getting a girlfriend was probably my primary goal. Now, all things considered, I didn't find much success throughout most of school, but I was always striving to find the one, the perfect girl that was just right for me. And at the age of 17, I had finally gotten into my first real relationship. And my thought process during that time in my life was that my life is set forever. I no longer have to worry about any challenges or obstacles that come my way because I have her now. She is my one and only source of happiness. And as long as I have her, I'm good. Right? Well, it's not that simple. No, you see, that's the mindset of a person that no one should have. That was my mindset when I was a very sad and lonely teenager who thought the world was against me. All my life, I was striving for this ideal, this person that didn't exist, the perfect person that could solve all my problems and cure my loneliness. But in actuality, that never happened. I'm telling you all this to illustrate what this mindset can do to a young man. This belief that once you get into a relationship and all your problems will be solved is a fallacy. That can not only fuck up your life and your future relationships, but it can cause you major depression later down the line. Now, as always, my name is Donovan, but most people just call me Donnie for short, and my goal is to make sure people on the internet have good mental health. So, if you genuinely have this belief, or have had this belief in the past, and want ways to go about changing it, then I suggest you stick around to the end of the video. Now, as someone who once had this very toxic mindset, the first thing I did to really change myself was to find things that I like to do. Look, the main reason why me and most young men are so fixated on getting a girlfriend is because you have nothing better to do with your time. No passion, nothing else going on in your life. You guys, I promise you, there's so much more to life than just getting into relationships. There are whole countries out there that you probably haven't visited. Hell, I bet some of you haven't even gone outside your own state. And that doesn't just go for traveling. For me personally, I've always been a creative person, so art is a hobby that I like to spend a lot of time on. You see what I mean? Just find something to do in your free time that you find enjoyment in, and that way you'll build not only a sense of self, but you'll be a much more well-rounded person overall. Now, the next thing that I did to overcome this mindset was surround myself with people who had good mental health and cut out toxic people from my life. So you know the phrase, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with? Yeah, that's complete facts. And it's something that I realized only a couple of years ago. So, back when I was in high school, I used to have pretty shitty mental health. And I made friends with people who also had shitty mental health. And I'm telling you right now, just being around them made me feel worse about myself. Like they always talk shit about each other and me. And they were just some very unmotivated, unambitious people. And though I may have had poor mental health during that time, I always believed that I could achieve more. So in my senior year of high school, I completely ghosted my old friend group and met a new group of people that were much more of a positive influence on my life. And guys, when I tell you, I was happy as hell during that point in my life. Y'all have no idea. And I mean it too. We went on so many fun adventures, and not only that, we just did more positive shit in general. And it made me realize that I can be happy even without being in a relationship. Now, the final thing that I did to overcome this terrible, terrible mindset, which is so important, and I think it's something that everyone on earth needs to do, is find your purpose. Now, I wouldn't call myself a religious guy, but I do believe that we were all put on this planet for a reason. And I will say this, finding your purpose can either be very hard or very easy. but I believe everyone has the capacity to find it eventually. Now, for me personally, it took me 20 years to find the thing that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And funnily enough, it's been staring me in the face since I was 7 years old. YouTube is my purpose, because I chose for it to be. Now, it might not be like that for everyone. Your purpose might be your job, which is completely fine, by the way. I hate the notion that your job and your purpose can't be aligned. Like, no. Your purpose is whatever makes you happy, and it's up to you to find it. Now, that's not to say that getting into a relationship is a bad thing. As I said in my last video, I am now in a relationship with someone who I'm actually compatible with and who I love completely. And so I believe that doing these things will help you get into an actual good relationship. Finding your core values, the things you like to do in life, surrounding yourself with positive, non-toxic people, and finding your purpose are, in my opinion, the keys to finding the ultimate relationship. Because you find someone who will share these same hobbies as you, will want to do the same things as you, whose purpose will align with yours. All these things are important for a person to have in their life. If you can't find reasons to love yourself, then how can you expect anyone to love you in return?